All right, welcome folks to this exciting game, this Western Mass varsity baseball game. Class D quarterfinals. It started a little bit late. I believe we have one out already down. And another out just made at first base. That is two down. Tyler Borbo, Lou Bordeaux, Alex Saban bringing the play-by-play action of this game. Lou, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Tyler, and welcome along the line to everybody tuned in to this Western Mass Class D quarterfinal matchup between the Gateway Gators and your Pioneer Panthers. We've got two outs here in the top of the first. First batter was Theo DeAngelis Page, the catcher for Gateway. He popped out on the first pitch of the game to Alex McClellan, who's in his customary shortstop position today. After that, pitcher Jacob Maynard grounded out to Alex. And at the plate now is third baseman Cole Przbala for Gateway. He's got a count of no balls and 2 strikes. Take it back. He's got 2 and 2. That first ball light is not lit up there all the time, Tyler.
It's a very schizophrenic scoreboard, to say the least.
Maybe the senior class will donate a new one.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
And reasonably unlikely. Ben Werner on the mound for Pioneer. Called strike 3 to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down for Gateway in the top of the first. Nothing across. We're in the middle of the first inning here in tournament time in Northfield. Gateway nothing, Pioneer coming up. Check out our sponsors here in between innings and don't go away. We've got more Panther baseball coming up right here on BNC TV. Time for the bottom of the first inning. Braden Tippanyuk stepping up to the plate, going to get it started for Pioneer. It's Jacob Maynard on the mound for Gateway. BT takes strike 1.
A big milestone to keep your eye at. Gotta look at BT. Has 96 career hits so far. Only 4 away from the triple-digit mark.
Takes ball 1 low and outside. Counts 1-1 on the Panther catcher. 100 hits is quite a milestone, Alex.
Yeah, been a part of the varsity team for 5 years now. This is his 5th year and has been a pivotal part of the ball club ever since he got here.
And he flies out to Anderson in center field. One down. Brings up third baseman Jackson Campbell. He'll be followed in the lineup by Alex McClelland. We're in the bottom of the first inning here in Northfield. Feels more like a late March, early April day than late, almost Memorial Day. Temperature at game time, a chilly 50 degrees. Wind out of the east at 10 miles an hour. Campbell lines it out to shortstop. Shortstop drops the ball. Campbell beats it out on the E6.
An unforced error there. Should have had the out.
And defensively, you don't want to make any mistakes against this potent Panther lineup. Left-handed hitting Alex McClelland steps in.
You think they're going to steal?
Absolutely. Campbell always a threat on the base paths.
I think the pitcher hurt us.
Got Campbell at second. Did not get Alex at first.
Got the lead out at second, though. 2 outs. Guy on first.
Brings up Ethan Quinn. Ethan playing second base today. McClelland's off. Dives safely head first in with the steal.
The first of many.
That patented head first slide of his. He might just go again.
He was thinking about it.
Maynard keeps him honest, throws back to second base. That one's up high. One and one on Quinn. Fouled back out of play, 1-2. Ethan Mothy on deck for Pioneer. Panthers the #1 seed here in the Western Mass tournament.
Incredible, 18-0.
18-0, undefeated on the regular season, but now that we're to tournament time, it's win or go home, so Panthers are going to have to really keep it up. Lofted into right field. Tosi makes the catch. That's going to retire the side for the Panthers. One runner left on base in the first. We've got 1 inning complete. We've got no score. Stay tuned for more Panther baseball coming right up on BNC TV. Time for the top of the second inning. First baseman Levi Savoy going to get things started for the Gators. Gators went 3 up, 3 down in the first. Ben Werner on the mound.
Yeah, Ben Warner's pitching a terrific game so far. 3 outs, 3 hitters, and let's see if he can continue.
Savoy swings right through that one, quickly goes to 0-2. He'll be followed by Weston Anderson and Bo Briggs here in the top of the second inning. Breaking ball high and outside, 1-2. Mention that the Panthers are the number 1 seed in this Western Mass Class D tournament. Hodis is out there. He's got that one. Hayden Gerard in center field today for Pioneer.
The fielder's got to step up today. Ben Warner being a contact pitcher. Expect the ball to be thrown your way and make plays when your team needs you.
Here's Weston Anderson, center fielder for Gateway. He takes strike 1. Mentioned the Panthers, the number 1 seed, Gateway number 8. We do have a final score in this next side of the bracket. 5th seeded St. Mary's beat Mount Everett today 7-1. Ethan Quinn with a nice ground out. Picks up that ground ball, throws it over to E.T. at first. So the winner of this game will get to take on St. Mary's. The weather forecast for the next couple days won't be happening anytime soon. So there's a nor'easter in the forecast. A little unusual for this time of year. Pounded into the ground. Werner's got it. Over to E.T. That's going to retire the side. Once again in the second inning, 3 up, 3 down for Gateway. Nothing across. After an inning and a half, we've got no score. Please check out our sponsors here between innings and stay tuned for more Panther baseball right here on BNC TV.
Now next up to the plate is Ethan Mouthy, the left fielder.
Ethan steady all season for these Panthers.
That's going to be a strike 1 to start off this inning. Jacob Maynard trying to complete what he did last inning. 3 outs and no runs. Allowed that 1 hit, which was a forced error by their defense, was the only runner on base last inning. As Maynard throws the pitch, and it's a strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Mouthy. Goes off his shoe. Gonna remain 1-2.
He's going to shake that one off a little bit. Got him right on top of the left foot.
Mouthy's a strong man, though, and keeps continuing to fight. Fouls that one off.
You can see on that great camera shot we had of him in the batter's box, he does have that protective gear on his left ankle and above his shoe top. Otherwise, it could have been a little more painful for him.
Yeah, definitely. 1-2 to Mouthy. Pitch is low and outside, 2-2. Looks like he tried to check his swing there and goes off the bottom of his bat. Going to be called foul. 2-2 remains.
Kind of that protective swing there. Just wanted to guard the strike zone. Ooh.
Close, but called ball. That was right on the line there, Lou. 3-2.
I don't know if I could have held off that one.
Full count here for Maynard. What is he going to do? Will he strike out Mouthy or will he walk him? Goes up. Hit, and it's there in the outfield. Mouthy chugging for 2. He gets it, slides in, and is safe. Mouthy with a double. What a great start to the inning for the Panthers.
Yeah, it sure was. Ball went right between the third baseman and the shortstop out into left field. And Ethan just put the jets on coming around first base.
I thought that was going to be a single. I was so surprised when he was rounding that first base corner, chugging for second, and easily made it in. And the ball gets loose, and Mouthy's chugging for third. And he's safe. No ball is thrown. Ethan Mouthy on third base with no outs. Runner in scoring position here for Pioneer.
Yeah, we're going to give an error to pitcher Jacob Maynard on that one. His throw got into center field, allowing Ethan to get over to third. Panthers threatening here in the bottom of the second.
Now up to bat, Evan Tipanuk here, the first baseman. Fouls his first pitch. 0-1 to start off that bat. How will Maynard react after giving up that double? Ooh, low. Pitch gets away, but no runner advance. Mouthy decides to play patiently and stay at third. 1-1 for Tipanuk. Fouls that one off. 1-2. Little sigh of relief there for Maynard. Got 3 pitches to work with.
The wind's starting to swirl here in Northfield.
It's hit. Grounder. And gets the out at first.
Mouthy scores from third base. Panthers take a 1-0 lead.
Got the job done there. May have not got a hit, but advanced the runner and scored a run there for Pioneer. Pioneer's first run of the game, 1-0. Next up, Brody Welcome, the DH for Pioneer.
Brody's been very consistent over the last several games.
Yeah, Brody, his first time ever on varsity this year, has had a bit to adjust here, but has gotten in the rhythm offensively so far as of late. As Welcome hits it, but goes straight to the third base.
He beat it out. throw to first spun the first baseman around.
Welcome with the wheels there. Somehow gets on first safely.
Another one of the very fleet of foot Panther base runners. Maynard's going to have to keep an eye on him now.
Yeah, Welcome showing his soccer skills there. His speed, using it to his advantage and getting on first safely. As next up, it's the pitcher, Ben Warner. Maynard's Welcome thinking about a steal. Decides to be patient though.
As we see in almost every Panther game, the opposing pitcher is going to get a little preoccupied with that runner on first base.
Ooh, and Warner took a bad swing there. Going to be 0-1, 1-1 to start off. Warner hits it, but foul. 1-2. Pitcher versus pitcher here. Will Maynard strike him out, or will Warner survive? Another high pop-up. And it is caught, I believe. Tough to see from our angle.
Yeah, the third baseman apparently made a great diving catch on that foul ball over on the left side.
It was tough to see with all the infielders blocking our view. But it is going to be an out there. 2 outs now as the big man, Jack Lazier, the right fielder, is up at bat. The last batter in the Pioneer batting order. On deck is BT, the catcher. Maynard looking to retire the side here. Oh, goes off his glove as the throw to home is high, and he is safe. Jack Lazier should have been called out there with a flyout, but mistake by the right fielder drops the ball as Jack Lazier is going to have a double here and send Brody Welcome home. It's going to be 2-0 Pioneer.
Yeah, the right fielder Toshi went to make kind of a sliding catch. The ball just bounced off the heel of his glove, and Welcome just put the Jets on, went all the way around from first base. That one's lined down the left side.
Going to be just foul. Top of the order here for the Panthers.
Jack Lazier with the astute base running took second base on that error on the right fielder.
Yeah, we've seen it all season long, Lou. The elite base running here for the Panthers has struck fear into the opponent's pitchers.
So 2 runs across so far here in the second inning. Glazier certainly in scoring position. Little magic from BT here. I think you said he's 4 hits away from 100.
Yep.
It would be an opportune time for one here.
Oh, goes off the pitcher's glove, but still gets the out. Gators retire the side as it's the bottom of the second. 2-0 Pioneer. Stay tuned to more to BNC TV. top of the third here. The Gators are up. Rowan Borey, the shortstop, at the plate. We'll see how the Gators react after going down 0-2 in the last inning. As Borey hits it and gets the hit. Goes in between the Pioneer outfielders. As the Gators make a statement with a runner on first.
First base runner of the game, first hit of the game for Gateway.
Great start to the inning for the Gators. As next up, Lucia is up. The second baseman here for the Gators.
Ben Werner with that quick move over to first base, keeping Borey honest.
Oh, hits it. Goes right to the second baseman and is called out.
No, Quinn couldn't handle it. Slid right under him.
Oh, shoot. So the Gators get a break there. Guy on first and second now with no outs. Gators knocking on the door. As they have one batter, and then it's to the top of the order as Andre Tosia, the right fielder, is up. Oh, nicely hit, and that's going to be a hit. Could drive in a run. The guy from third is running, and he's going to be safe. The throw is high. The Gators score a run. That is, the lead has been cut to 1. What a statement. Bouncing back from the bad second half of the inning last time around, and now they got a run. It is now 1-2 Gators.
Andre Tosi sliced that one into right field. Just went with the pitch. Borey, some great base running to score.
As now the Gators are on the top of the lineup now. Teo DeAnglis Page now. The catcher is up at bat.
As the catcher, he popped up to Alex McClellan on the first pitch of the game.
Going to be 0-2 now. Bit of a deficit here. Warner coming for revenge. Ooh, just outside. 1-2. Page stays alive. Warner bit out of rhythm now. 2-2 now. Page gaining some confidence in the at-bat. As the ball is hit, goes to 2 and cannot throw to first. And it looks like Quinn was off the bag there.
Well, Jackson Campbell got the force at third base, and the throw was a little off when Tosi ran to second. So we do have one out here in the top of the third inning.
Big hit, though, for the Panthers as 2 runners are still left on board. First and second for the Gators, as the Panthers have to talk over their defensive strategy.
Coach Leupold having a recalibration session on the mound. It's been kind of a tough go here in the top of the third for the Panthers. They do have one out, though, Alex, so we're getting back into the meat of the lineup for Gateway. You know, Coach Leupold times his mound visits pretty accordingly, and I think we're going to see some good defensive play here by Pioneer.
As now it's the pitcher, Jacob Maynard, here. As he hits it right down the right field line, and it is caught by Jack Glazier. No run to third as Jack throws it to the third baseman. 2 outs here for the Panthers. Will Warner get out of this jam with 2 outs? As Cole Prezubila is up. Sorry if I pronounced the name wrong. Very long name there. As he is the right fielder. And it's going to be a 3rd out as Warner picks off the second baseman who tried to run to third. 3 outs for the Gators. No runs, 1 run scored. As the Gators tighten the lead 1-2. Don't go anywhere. PNC TV is staying here. Now for the Panthers, Jackson Campbell, the third baseman, is up. Bottom of the third here. How would the Panthers react after giving up a run in the top of the third? As the first pitch is low and away for ball 1.
And Jackson Campbell's going to get things started here for the Panthers. From the frying pan into the fire after that. So if the Panthers are going to make a move, this would be the opportune time for that to happen.
Yeah, especially top of the lineup. A lot of good hitters on deck. Have a lot of firepower here. 2-0 for Campbell as Campbell swings. Oh, goes off the glove as Campbell is going to be safe at first. Panthers have been catching a lot of breaks here. Many errors by the Gators outfield here.
3rd error of the day. Second baseman Lucia couldn't handle that one. Here's Alex McClellan now.
Alex, the second lefty on the team. Only him and Ben Warner are the only lefties on the team.
Campbell getting his timing down.
As McClellan starts 2-0 here at this at-bat. Maynard trying to get in a rhythm here. As as McClellan fouls the third pitch. 2-1 for McClellan.
Maynard has not tried to throw back to first base to keep Campbell honest.
Maynard's focusing on McClellan right now as it's 3-1 in McClellan's favor. Maynard trying not to let him walk. Has to pitch carefully.
There goes Campbell. And it's ball 4.
It's going to be all for nothing. Runners at second and first now. Panthers knocking on the door now. Panthers looking for vengeance here as Ethan Quinn, the second baseman, is up at bat. As Quinn fires, it is going long, and it's going to be a hit. 1 run is scored. 2 runs right behind. As Quinn with the double increases the lead to the Panthers, 4-1.
Ethan Quinn, as we've seen him do so often this season, first pitch hitting, had his pitch right in his wheelhouse, launched it into left center field. 2 big RBIs for the Panthers second baseman. He's on second base now. Nobody out. Panthers seem to be in control, Alex.
Yeah, you could see Quinn was looking for vengeance there. Saw his team needed him. Great spot, first and second, no outs. Decides to send it and hopefully send the runners. And that's exactly what he did. Ethan Quinn coming in clutch as Ethan Mouthy, the other Ethan, is up at bat now. Down 0-1. Let's see what Maynard gives him. Oh, and Mouthy hits it deep, and it's gone! Ethan Mouthy, home run! As Pioneer extends their lead 6-1. Panthers putting an exclamation point to the bottom of the inning.
It's Ethan Mouthy's 4th homer of the season, I believe. And as was the case with the other 3, no doubt about it, sent a rocket over that left center field fence. Same general location as Ethan Quinn's double. That one had some velocity. It's out in the woods now.
Yeah, that was a great hit by Mouthy. It was low, but he still hit it far and somehow got it out of the park.
Panthers showing some Panther offense here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 4 batters, 4 runs across so far.
Evan Tipanuk trying to add to the runs scored as he has a 2-0 count right now. Maynard trying to find a spot now. Looking to reassure himself as Tipanuk hits it to the second baseman and goes right through his glove. Tipanuk safe at first. The struggles continue for the Gators fielding.
Second drop ball of the inning by second baseman Lucia.
Maynard has not had much help from his field as he has pitched pretty good game himself, but unfortunately circumstances hasn't gone his way, causing the hole he's in right now. As now Brody Welcome, the DH, is up.
Yeah, you cannot give these Pioneer Panthers 4 errors in only the 3rd inning of this game.
That is a big no-no if you want to stay in this game against an elite offense like the Panthers. As Welcome is 1-1 right now. Maynard trying to get his team to regroup and retire the side here.
ET for the second time was off with the pitch there. Both times. Ball's been fouled away.
You know, Coach Leopold always looking for second runners on first. 1-2 as Welcome hits it to the center fielder and grabs it. 1 out here for the Gators. As Maynard gets the much needed out he was desiring several batters ago. Now it's the pitcher, Ben Warner, up at the plate. As Maynard pitches it just high, 1-0.
Yeah, Jacob Maynard seems to have pretty reasonable control on the mound for Gateway. It's just he's got no support behind him.
Yeah, Maynard has had a pretty solid game all around. As as Evan Tipanuk is going to steal second. Second stolen base here for the Panthers, if I'm not mistaken. As Pioneer now with a runner at second. As the hitter calls time. 1-1 here for Warner. Maynard pitches it as Warner fouls it off. 1-2. Maynard looking to regain his confidence here. Pitching to the bottom of the Panthers batting order. As Warner gets a good hit, and it is caught by the right fielder. 2 outs here.
Jack Glazier going to be coming to the plate. He got on that 2-base error by the right fielder last inning. Sent the first 2 Panther runners home. Panthers with 4 more runs this inning. Big 6-1 lead.
Clips the top of the strike zone there. Strike 1 for Glazier. Ooh, just outside, 1-1.
Good velocity by Maynard on those pitches.
Maynard definitely has some skill. Has shown it in previous at-bats. It's really gotten his way with the Panthers batting until this inning. 2-1 here for Glazier. Ooh. Glazier went fishing there. 2-2.
Maynard took a little bit off of that one. Ball came out of his hand. Jack thought it was his pitch, and by the time it got into the catcher's mitt, it certainly was not.
2-2 to Glazier, and Maynard gets the strikeout. So, end of the third. 4 runs score for the Panthers as Pioneer puts the exclamation point to that inning as Pioneer leads it 6-1. We'll be right back on BNC TV.
Time for the top of the fourth inning here in Northfield. Panthers with an explosive bottom of the third. Jump out to a 6-1 lead. Just saw one of the Gateway coaches head over to the Pioneer bench, so there may be some lineup changes forthcoming. Fly ball. The home run hitter gets under it. Retires Levi Savoy.
He's an elite fielder, too. He can do both batting and fielding.
No question about that. Center fielder Weston Anderson coming to the plate. Anderson grounded out to Ethan Quinn at second base back in the second inning. Nice breaking ball by Ben Warner, strike one.
Great pitch there by Warner.
As we say from time to time when Coach Leupold comes out to the mound to recalibrate the troops, it seemed that his visit to the mound last inning was really where the Panther fortunes have changed. Defense settled right down. Offense kicked it into high gear.
It's crazy how half an inning can change an entire game.
Ground ball back to Werner. Underhand toss to E.T. at first. Gateway quickly with 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Brings up left fielder Bo Briggs. Much like Anderson just did, Briggs grounded out to Werner back in the second inning. Top of the fourth here in Northfield. Chilly night for baseball. Game time temperature was 50 degrees. Wind has temporarily calmed down.
My skin is drying up.
Werner sets, deals. Just a lot of backspin on that one. Rolled back into foul territory. Counts as no balls, 2 strikes on Briggs. Slice down the right field line into Souvenir Country. Count remains 0-2.
Warner trying to retire the side with a 1-2-3 inning.
Swung on and missed, strike 3. That'll retire the side. In the fourth for Gateway, 3 up, 3 down. Nothing across. We're in the middle of the fourth inning. Panthers lead this one 6-1. Check out our sponsors, please, here in between innings. And don't go away. We've got more Panther Tournament Baseball coming right up on BNC TV. Welcome back. It is time for the Panther half of the fourth inning. Got a new pitcher on the mound for Gateway. That's Weston Anderson. He was playing center field. He and Jacob Maynard have swapped positions. Maynard now in center field. Maynard did an admirable job on the hill. Just, you face that Panther lineup, and, they used to talk about the 1927 Yankees as murderers row, and holy cow, top to bottom, this Panther lineup is just something to be cherished.
I mean, there's a reason they're 18-0, Lou. Both offensively and defensively, Pioneer stands out among the crowd, as Pioneer has a lot of confidence in themselves and know when to bring it on.
And BT drops one in. That's a base hit. One more closer to 100.
As he's 3 hits away. Number 97.
Brings up third baseman Jackson Campbell. Campbell's been on twice tonight, both times on errors. The first inning, an error by the shortstop. And last inning, error by the second baseman.
You think BT's going to steal here?
I wouldn't say no, Alex, because I've said no in the past and I've been wrong, and I don't like to be wrong.
I think it's almost a guarantee, Lou. I think the pitcher just heard me there.
There he goes.
And easily safe.
Catcher couldn't handle the pitch. BT in with the steal. Third stolen base of the day for Pioneer.
I knew it was coming, Lou.
Well, and this is where the Panthers get very aggressive. We've seen so many times 3, 4, 5-run leads, and it's just a license for them to really do what they want on the base paths. Count goes to 3-0 on Campbell. And so up high for ball 4. Panthers threatening again here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Going from the frying pan into the fire, here comes Alex McClellan. He's going to be followed by Ethan Quinn and the home run hitter, Ethan Mothy.
Pioneer could really explode this game here. Runners on first and second with no outs.
Ball 1 on Alex. 2-0. Alex has been on base twice today. Fielder's choice in the first inning, a walk last inning.
Ooh,
Little delayed call by the home plate umpire, goes to 2-1.
that could have went either way.
It was a case where the umpire might have been making up his mind in that split second. No doubt about that one. That's up high 3-1.
Didn't take him long to call that one.
Oh, and that hit him. Hit by pitch, that's going to load the bases.
As McClellan in some serious pain here. Walks
Yeah.
over to first gingerly.
Yeah, I got him in a tough spot. Coach Leupold out taking a look at him.
Never want to see a player get hurt.
No, that's for sure. Couldn't quite see where it hit him.
Looks like he grabbed his glove off and possibly looking at that. I could just see he was in serious pain right after that pitch hit him.
And it looks like we're going to get a pinch runner for him. Judah Glenn is going to take first base. And we'll see if Judah stays in play defense. Alex looks okay. We certainly hope he is. An integral part of the Panther lineup.
You usually never see that guy be subbed out. He's a tough man. I remember during the soccer season, he had an injury of some sort and had to be subbed off. As soon as he got on the sideline with us, he wanted to go right back in.
Yeah, it's the dedication of Alex McClellan. Well, Weston Anderson's got himself in some trouble here. Ethan couldn't hold off on that one. This is Ethan Quinn. Pounded that huge double last inning. He's up there with the bases loaded and nobody out. Nice block behind the plate by Page. 2 balls and a strike. Theo Page, kind of a rarity, a left-handed catcher. Anderson misses up high. It's 3-1. Nowhere to put Ethan Quinn. Outside, ball 4. That's a free run batted in for Ethan Quinn. As BT comes in to score the Panthers' 7th run. Runners advance, bases are still loaded with nobody out. I was working on some statistics in advance of this game, and it seemed that pitching could be a problem for these Gateway Gators. They've given up over 20 runs 3 times this season.
Oh boy. Never want that to happen. Never a good
No,
sign.
That's for sure. Back on April 15th against Westfield Technical Academy, they were on the short end of a 22-1 score. April 21st against Pathfinder, short end of a 20-9 score. There's Ethan Mothy at the plate. He goes to 2-0. And the granddaddy of them all on April 29th against the Springfield International Charter School, a barn burner, Alex. They lost 28-18. Sounds more like a football score.
Did the pitchers not pitch that game? Or was it just a home run derby?
Wow. I kind of wish there's video of that one. I'd like to see
Imagine
that.
scoring 18 runs and somehow losing by double digits.
Crazy.
You don't hear that every day. Lou, do you think that was game of the year for them, even though it was a loss?
Well, you score 18 runs, you're doing something right. And that's up high, ball 4. Another run in for the Panthers. Ethan Mothy's 3rd run batted in of the day. Runners advance, bases remain loaded. Still nobody out.
This could be ugly if they don't get an out here.
Time for the Gateway coach to come out, recalibrate. But I have to say that when you've had a season like Pioneer has had, and you hear some of those scores that Gateway has been on the receiving end, it's going to be a challenging game for them. Panthers doing what the Panthers have done all season.
I mean, it would be a challenge for any team to play Pioneer, not just the Gators. Pioneer, a lot of vengeance, wants to make up what they could not complete the last 2 years, a Western Mass championship. Of course, falling short 2 years ago to where 1-3, and then last year in that famous 11-inning game, which they lost 1-2.
Yeah. On a little bit of a brighter note, the 18th win of the season was a game that we couldn't cover. It was out in North Adams last Saturday. Number 1 ranked Pioneer played number 2 Drury. Game went to extra innings. And the Panthers come away with a 5-4 win, probably the closest game all season, but definitely fitting of a 1-2 matchup. Looks like we're going to have another pitching change here for Gateway. Cole Przbala looks like he's taking the mound, number 22. Weston Anderson goes back out to center field. We will try and keep up with all these defensive changes for you.
Yeah, last Saturday, definitely Drury has been the best team Pioneer has faced all season long.
Yeah, now that we're into the Western Mass Class D tournament, mentioned earlier, St. Mary's eliminated Mount Everett today, 7-1. That game was at Mount Everett. So St. Mary's will take on the winner of this game at a time to be scheduled. The other side of the bracket, Hopkins Academy, 3rd ranked, is taking on number 6 seed Munson. That game was scheduled for 4 o'clock today. I don't have a final score for you yet. And then the last matchup, number 7 Turner's Falls, taking on number 2 Ware. And that game is scheduled for 7 o'clock right now, taking place down in Ware.
Could you imagine if we have the same matchup 3 straight years, Ware and Pioneer? Episode 3, can Pioneer finally get their revenge on Ware?
Well, it's been a good season so far, and there's no reason to think that that's going to change.
That would be a cool way to end the seniors' legacy, defeating the team they could not beat the last 2 years.
So with Cole Przbala on the mound now for Gateway, going to have somebody else over at third base. That could be Jacob Maynard. Try and get a look at his number, because Anderson went back out to center field. Lined in the left field, just foul down the left side. This is Evan Tippanyuk at the plate for the Panthers. Bases are loaded, nobody out. Panthers pushing 2 more runs across here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Counts 2-1. And it does look like pitching could be a little bit of a challenge for the Gators.
This thing could get ugly, Lou.
Swung right through that one, counts full. And that's outside, ball 4. Another Panther run comes in. Makes a score 9-1. Brings up the DH, Brody Welcome. Brody flew out to center field last inning. Singled and scored in the second. Ground back to Przbala. Throws Brody out at first. Another run scores, 10-1.
I would have liked if Brody was a little more patient there. Thought he could have got a better pitch than that. This one had a pitch that was low and probably wouldn't have been a strike. Shows the inexperience there for Welcome, which I'm sure he will gain over time.
Brings up Ben Werner, Pioneer pitcher. Takes strike 1. Ben's 0 for 2 on the ball game tonight. This is the opening round game in the Western Mass Class D quarterfinals. Shortstop can't handle it. Another Panther run scores. Going to go with an E6 on that one. E.T. stayed at second base. Jack Glazier at the plate. Jack's 0 for 2. He did reach on that error in the second inning. Struck out last time. Panther runners on first and second. 1 out, as the Panthers have now batted around here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Jack Glazier playing right field today for Pioneer. He gets a hold of one. Off the fence.
Thought we were going to see another home run, Lou.
It sure sounded like it. 2 more Panthers score. A big 2-run double for Jack Glazier.
I bet he would take that one too, though. 2 RBIs there for Jack Glazier. As Pioneer extends their lead 13-1.
And we are back to the top of the order. BT going to step in.
It's tough to think that 2 innings ago, Pioneer only led 2-1.
Well, you've seen this Panther offense all season, Alex, and you know it doesn't take long. Once they hit their groove, yeah, they're going to compete with any team in the entire Commonwealth.
As an opponent pitching against these boys, you always got to stay locked in. Can't allow any mistakes, like we've said, the 4 errors that have resulted from the outfield. In plays like that, the simple plays make such a big difference in the game.
Count goes to 3-0 on BT. He got this inning started with a single. He scored. Panthers with 7 big runs here in the bottom of the fourth. And that's ball 4. Jackson Campbell stepping in. Campbell walked earlier in this inning. He gets the bat on the ball. That's out into left center field. Glazier rounds third. He's going to score. BT stops at third. That's a big double for Jackson Campbell.
It's an all-you-can-eat buffet for the Pioneer batters. Everybody hitting.
To say the least, Alex. One out. Runners on second and third. Here's Judah Glenn. So it looks like Alex McClelland is out of the lineup now.
Hope he recovers soon. Hopefully it's anything too serious.
Yeah, that's for sure. But also, even if you're banged up a little bit, with a 13-run lead, there's really no need to get back out onto the field.
Still, though, being a senior, you want to live all these moments you can until you can't no more. Not saying I don't agree with you, but I know that's definitely not the way Alex is looking at it.
Well, I certainly understand that, and I'm sure that Coach Leupold had a big opinion to share with Alex on that one. And another base on balls. It's going to load the bases back up again. And I've got to think at this point in the game, 13-run lead, bases loaded, 1 out, that the Panthers are going to advance to take on St. Mary's. Usually I don't like to put the cart before the horse, but this time I'm going to go out on a limb here.
It's only the 4th inning, Lou.
There it goes. And it's gone! Grand slam home run for Ethan Quinn. Holy cow! What a day for the Panthers.
Yeah, maybe it is over, Lou. Ethan Quinn was close his last time at bat, but finally got it to go this time around.
Gonna have to get a supercomputer to tally up all these runs, Tyler.
You're seeing some historic things, Lou. Don't see this every day.
Yeah, that all adds up. I've got 12 runs this inning for the Panthers.
Wonder if that's the most runs ever scored in an inning by the Pioneer Panthers in their team's history. I know I've asked that question before earlier in the season, and I believe this beats that old record. So I'm wondering, does this?
It is hard to beat a 12 spot, I'm going to tell you that.
Does this get the greatest inning of all time?
And Ethan Mothy gets hit with a pitch. He jogs down to first base.
Again, Lou, it was a 2-1 game in the top of the 3rd.
Alex, that was 16 runs ago.
And then all of a sudden, the Panthers batters thought revenge after allowing that run.
That's revenge with a capital R, my friend.
3 exclamation points.
In big red letters. In a bold font. Here's Evan Tippanyuk. Evan walked earlier here in the 4th. That one hits him in the shoe.
You can just see the Gators are stunned right now. Left show shocked.
Somebody over in the woods looking for that home run ball that Ethan Quinn hit. That one's outside.
You think Quinn will want to keep that ball?
Brody Welcome at the plate, takes ball 1.
Wonder if it's his first ever career Grand Slam. Probably not, but maybe first career Grand Slam in the playoffs, though.
That's one way to look at it. High school sports in general needs a better way to keep and post statistics. That's ripped into left field. Mothy rounds third. He's going to score.
It's now 13 runs have been scored this inning by the Panthers. I don't know who upset them, but they came out firing in this inning.
Well, that's an understatement. Here's Ben Werner again. Ben got on earlier this inning when the shortstop couldn't handle his ground ball. It's outside, 2-0. Panthers, runners on first and second. Yeah, that statistic is right on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Only one out.
Panthers looking for a 20 burger this game.
Kind of ironic that it mentioned the 3 previous games this season the Gateway's given up 20.
I think you jinxed it, Lou. Gotta be honest. As soon as you said that, the Panthers batters have been all hidden.
Count goes to 3-1 on Ben. Takes that inside for ball 4. Going to load the bases up for Jack Glazier. Here's Jack Glazier. Ripped that line double off the left center field fence earlier this inning. I don't know, Alex, he gets a little more elevation on this one. We could have a real to-do on our hands.
We'll see if he can hit another grand slam here for the Panthers. That would be amazing. 23 runs in a game. That's got to be the most in their history. There's no way it isn't. We've seen a lot of blowouts, but I don't think they've scored that much.
2 balls and a strike on Glazier. Second time the Panthers have batted around here in the 4th. 3-1. Goes into left field. That's a base hit. Another run scores. Bases remain loaded.
A 20 burger it is, Lou.
There we go. With extra.
Can they add even more?
I'm trying to figure out what they got extra on the 20 burger, Alex. That's a classic deluxe 20 burger.
How many runs have they scored? 14 this inning?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Still only 1 out.
You're witnessing history right now, Lou.
BT, his 3rd at bat here in the 4th inning.
This may be one of the greatest innings I've ever seen from a team. Any team.
It's making a statement, that's for sure. Going to be a long ride back to Huntington for the Gateway crew tonight. Ball drops into right field. Another hit. Brody Welcome scores.
21 runs now. 15 runs in the inning. Lou, I don't think we'll ever see this again.
I wouldn't mind if we did, as long as it's the Panthers. So that's another hit for BT. I think he's only 2 away from 100 now, Alex.
We're looking up what the most runs scored in an inning was.
Jared Goulston at the plate now, hitting in place of Jackson Campbell.
As Pioneers going to surrender their starters and put in their bench warmers here.
Jared Goulston, didn't get a chance to see him on senior night, so hats off to him. Been a great teammate for these Pioneer Panthers all season long. A lot of unity on this team.
Second year ever playing baseball for Jared. Did track last year and did baseball before that.
Counts full.
Really miss him on the track team as the track season just got done with looking to Western Mass now this Saturday.
And that's ball 4. Give Jared Golston a run batted in.
Shout out Jared.
And Gateway coach coming back out to the mound. It's kind of interesting in that Tyler and I covered a softball game a couple weeks ago, and Pioneer got to a 12-run lead, and everybody just walked off the field. Baseball, I guess they got to stick it out. So as we said, don't have the next date for the Pioneer Panthers. They will be taking on St. Mary's. I'm guessing it won't be tomorrow. Of course, we do have the holiday weekend coming up. Any of you in the sound of my voice, please go check out the Bernardston Gas Engine Show over at Pratt Field in Bernardston this weekend. Saturday's supposed to be a nice day. I'll be helping out with the ham pit in advance of the ham and bean supper on Saturday. Big annual event in Bernardston every Memorial Day weekend. Gateway has changed pitchers again. That's the first baseman, Levi Savoy, on the mound now.
Not only are the boys having a playoff game today, but the girls in softball also had a playoff game today. No results yet, but the 7-seed Pioneer Panthers are playing the Hoosick Valley. As we have no results of the game yet, as that game started at 5:30, as we are waiting to hear the final results of the 7 versus 2 matchup.
Hoosick Valley, I think that's out in the Berkshires, isn't it? Yeah.
Cheshire, Massachusetts.
As they used to say up in Maine, can't get there from here. You got to go around. I did a quick visual scan of the trees out beyond the left center field fence, and either the ball has been retrieved or whoever was looking for it gave up.
Hopefully they found it. Could be a souvenir.
Absolutely.
If this doesn't strike fear in Pioneer's future opponents, I don't know what will, Lou. Undefeated and scoring a 20-burger in the first round.
That's for sure. Judah Glenn at the plate again. He came in after Alex McClellan was hit by a pitch early here in the 4th inning. Judah has already walked on his own and scored a run. This is his second trip to the plate here in the 4th inning. Sliced into right field. Judah with the run-scoring base hit. Another Panther run. And an RBI for Judah.
Judah can also do it on the baseball field, too. Multi-sport athlete right there.
Bases remain loaded, 1 out. Executive producer Tyler Borbo just informed me that the girls softball team lost their Western Mass game this afternoon by a count of 13-1 out at Hoosick Valley. Thank you, Gail, for the info. Thank you, Tyler, for passing along Gail's info. Another pinch hitter here. Looks like Jacoby Stumpo at the plate. Good opportunity for some of these guys who don't get a lot of playing time to get a little varsity tournament baseball under their belts.
This is going to be their varsity team next year, so better
Absolutely.
get used to these names.
Absolutely. And it's good to see Jared Golston get the RBI. Judah Glenn with an RBI. Sliced foul by Stumpo. Bases are full of Panthers. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Third baseman couldn't get the handle. Gonna call that a scratch hit. Give Stumpo an RBI.
All right, Lou. I know 20-point games are very rare in baseball. But what's even rarer are 20-run innings.
And we
Do
are
you think it's possible, Lou? Do you think it's possible?
close to it now. As Mike Syhowski steps up to the plate. Mike batting for Ethan Mothy. Base is still full of Panthers. Okay, so Syhowski struck out. And now we've got Tad Loud up there batting for Evan Tipeniuk. Trying to write all these names on the scorecard. High and inside.
Come on, Lou. I'm hoping for that 20-run inning. What are they at right now? 18?
Yes.
Ooh, might be hard to get that.
A well-placed hit's going to do it. Sliced foul down the right side. That one had Alex up on the edge of his seat.
They're close, Lou. They're close.
2-2 on Tad Loud. That one's up high. Full count. As I've said before today, nowhere to put him.
Gotta be honest, Lou. If they don't have the record, I think the record's unbreakable. Gotta be honest.
Bat on the ball. And that is going to retire the side. Usually I try and give you the stats at the end of the inning, but I'm going to say that the Panthers scored 18 in that frame. You're going to have to trust me on the hits and runners left on base. After 4 complete, Panthers in a nail-biter lead this one 24-1. Please check out our sponsors. These games couldn't be possible without them. And we'll be back for more Panther baseball in a moment right here on BNC TV and worldwide on YouTube. Well, fans, looks like this is going to be the last inning, unless something really unforeseen happens. Evan Tippanyuk now on the mound for Pioneer. He's facing shortstop, well, he was shortstop Rowan Borey. Not sure where he's playing now after those massive defensive shifts for Gateway in the last inning. Sliced foul quickly, 0-2. We've got Hodis Hayfield in front of us now. Hayden Gerard playing right field. Ben Warner's moved out to center. Jack Glazier playing at first. Called strike 3. Jackson Campbell playing shortstop now.
Evo, the closer here.
And Judah Glenn playing third base. This is Zach Hess pinch hitting now. And takes that one low and outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes on the pinch hitter. Puts the bat on the ball. Foul down the left side, out of play. ET on the mound, 23-run cushion. That one's up high, 2-2. Another fly ball left side, out of play. Counts 2 balls, 2 strikes. Foul back. Count remains 2-2. ET took a little off that one. Hess wasn't going fishing on that. 3-2. Ball 4 outside. And this is Andre Tosi, excuse me. Swung from the heels on that one. Andre singled and drove in the only Gateway run of the game back in the 3rd inning. Hodis has that. He's going to double him up. That's it. Ball game's over. An aggressive base running error by Zach Hess. Hayden Gerard with a nice catch in right field. Picked Hess off at first base, and that's going to do it for Gateway in the 5th. 3 up, 3 down. Nothing across. And with the margin of victory greater than 10, this one's over. Class D quarterfinals in the books. Pioneer wins this one 24-1. Alex, what's not to like about that?
I mean, not much can go wrong if you win 24-1. As Pioneer really had no weaknesses all game long. Struggled at first, but they got their run going in the 2nd. And once the 3rd came around, they were unstoppable as the Pioneer batters got in the pitcher's head and took control of the game. Yeah,
Ben Werner, solid day on the mound as usual. You come to expect that out of Benny. ET with a nice final inning closing situation. Everybody hit the ball hard all day for the Panthers, and you know, you're not seeing a mirage if you're watching this on your phone, your laptop, or on the big screen. That is an 18 spot in the fourth inning for Pioneer.
A possible school record here.
One of the most dominant offensive innings I can ever remember seeing, and I've been around baseball a long, long time. They just don't come along every day where you have an 18-run inning. And
history in the making, Lou.
a couple of big home runs. Ethan Mothy, another big bomb. Ethan Quinn with that grand slam. Just a phenomenal day.
Pioneer have been making history all season long. Undefeated regular season and showing why they didn't lose a single game.
Yeah, and it continues. As I said, the regular season is just a memory now, and now you win and you keep playing. So Pioneer advances to the semifinals. They will be taking on St. Mary's at a time to be determined. So please check bnctv.net. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that bell, get that notification. And we will be back here at the Pioneer Valley Regional School, weather permitting, to cover that game. Any last comments, Alex?
I'm cold.
Okay. Well, if you're cold, it must be time to get out of here. So for Alex Sabin, for the executive producer of BNC TV, Tyler Borbo, I am Lou Bordeaux, thanking you for your time this time. And until next time, so long from Northfield.